how do we engage with death? How do we encounter the soul of the universe? And the idea, again, I come through the prism of Judaism. I'm a rabbi, and I teach through this lens. But Ananda and I, it's like the sacred light. It enters the earthly realm of different traditions, and it's like light going into a prism, and it refracts. So we have beautiful lights that we share with each other. And the idea of bhakti that I've heard Ananda speak on, we have a concept in Kabbalah, Jewish mysticism, that overlaps and I think harmonizes very well, which we'll go more into one night. But the idea of how we can engage with that unifying, underlying, organic wholeness that the universe, that is part and the source of the universe, is what I feel this verse exemplifies. And how we access it is by coming from that place of depth, from that place within, not from a superficial place, an intellectual place, an academic place, or a place of fear, but a place of openness and receptivity. And the verse, simply translated, is deep calls unto deep. When we want to encounter depth and wisdom profoundly, we have to call from a place of depth. We have to open up to depth so that the depth can call out and we can invite it also in. We have to allow it in so that we can dwell with and become reunited with. We often become distant from as we become displaced. I'm in a state of displacement also. We're both mourners right now. I recently lost my mother. So I'm rooting into displacement, and eventually we'll come back to that wholeness again that we all seek. But this verse says deep calls unto deep, because the only way we can truly encounter wholeness and depth is by coming from a place of depth and opening and uncovering and recovering and discovering that aspect of depth. So I'm going to just simplify the melody, the first part of it. Maybe we'll say it just for 30 seconds, and I'll just get in trouble for being late. So the words are to home, L to home, Kore. So depth to depth, depth unto depth calls. The focus is on going deep, and then you'll hear the calling. So Tehaim El Tehaim Kaire, together. Tehaim El Tehaim Kaire, again, I'll say it. Tehaim El Tehaim Kaire, together. Tehaim El Tehaim Kaire. Allow each time we chant it to call you deeper into depth. Tehaim El Tehaim Kaire. We'll just keep singing together. Tehaim El Tehaim Kaire. Tehaim El Tehaim Kaire. I welcome depth. I welcome depth. I release, I surrender. I pray for depth. I thank you for the depth of all of you here. And I hope we can come and maybe we'll come here and do a Sabbath.
That would be wonderful.
That would be good. We'll do a Sabbath here, folks. We'll all come. I'll feed you all. I make great food. And we'll chant, and we'll sing, and we'll kirtan, and we'll mourn. In the book of Ecclesiastes, it says it's better to go to a house of mourning than to a house of celebration. And this is an example of that. So bless you all. Thank you all. Love you all. Especially you two. Look at these two lights right here, right? Yeah, you take care.
We'll see you soon.
Yeah. Take care. Sure, you got it. Beautiful. We're glad you guys got together. It brings more light. The Baal Shem Tov, a great mystic, said when two souls get together who are meant to be together, they bring infinitely more light into this world. Perfect example. taking